weird. Okay, I got it up now, I think. It was... The OBS's game capture did not stop working apparently, and I had to get the window.
It's frozen. Oh no, people are moving. Never mind. Okay. Well, there you go. It's working.
You're good.
Okay, so I realized yesterday that I kind of threw a billion information at you way too fast. So, what do you want to start with? Like, what do you want to learn right off the bat?
I mean, I'd like to... you weren't throwing too fast. I mean, lots of stuff you're talking about, I had already known.
Okay.
But, I mean, it was all good. I mean, I do like the fact that you're critiquing what I was doing.
Okay.
In terms of actual
Well,
lessons.
what we can do tonight then is I can just watch your stream and we can do the same thing. You could just play whatever ship you want me to talk about, and then we can just go from there if you want.
It's fine.
That's easy for me, so.
Are they? I'm on my own group now. I'm not in their chat anymore.
Oh, they you lost your spot?
Apparently.
Oh.
I don't know if well, I had to restart, so they probably... I don't know where they are.
Gotcha.
If they're not in the battle right now. I'm not. But yeah, lots of times I get into the shield, it was because I meant to go to the power or the weapon power.
Mm-hmm.
Because oftentimes when I'm getting shot at, I want to like turn, and I go to weapon power so I can turn a little faster. And
Yep, that's cool. That's what you were saying yesterday. That's fine.
and
I still need to figure out like what you know, and like. So I just need to figure all that stuff out to see where we're gonna be.
Okay. I did have a question. I never really figured this out. If when you're not boosting and you're recharging booster engine power, if you're hitting W to go faster, or if you're hitting S to go slower, does that affect at all the regeneration rate, or is it only if you're boosting or not?
It's just boosting. It's either on or off.
Okay.
And then it's a 3-second delay between your regenerating while active and regeneration while not active. And those are very different numbers.
Right.
So like, if you want to regen engine power, you want to wait 3 seconds, then let it regen for a little bit. Because if you boost and then wait only 3 seconds, then boost again, you actually didn't get any extra regeneration at all there.
Right. Right. Yeah, because so for example, if I'm trying to get someplace really fast, it doesn't help me once I run out of boost power to slow down.
No, you just hold W.
Okay.
And then that'll get you there faster, and you'll still be regenerating a max.
So for some reason, I was thinking it would go faster if I didn't have any, if I wasn't going forward, like with W.
Right. No, your engine power is boost specific. It has nothing to do with just your like WS, that stuff.
Of course, those do have effect on turning, but
Yes. Yeah, you want to hold S for turning sharp and whatnot.
I often will we'll keep toggling X on and off.
Yeah. And when you do that, you want to never. Okay, so when you're holding S, you're at a third, right?
Mm-hmm.
And X is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So you never want to be under a sixth. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like you never want to get in that bottom sixth because you lose a lot of turning power if you hit that spot because you're turning between S and X. Like it goes up as you start losing speed, and then it drops dramatically because it goes into the turning while stopped kind of mode.
Mm-hmm.
And when you try to turn while stopped, I'm sure you've noticed it's a way slower.
Right.
So you need to kind of like keep toggling on and off at that point.
Go to attack squadron.
That's what I've been doing.
Approaching a critical
I actually
repair
haven't been
outpost for
hitting
enemy
S.
forces
It's
in this
been
region. Your
X
objective
on,
is to
X
capture
off, X
and
on,
hold.
X off.
Secure each of the
I probably
outposts,
haven't looked and
defensive
see if I've gotten
satellites.
below the 6
Stay
yet.
in range until our technicians have captured
Probably
their
better if I
systems.
go between S and
Imperial
X instead of
reinforcements
just
are
toggling
already
on and off.
inbound. They're going to try and activate
Well,
the
if you're
satellites for
toggling it
themselves.
on and off fast
They
enough,
aren't
I
counting
mean,
on pilots like you.
when you turn X back on, right, it's still your ship starts going forward. The thing is that like if you're not right on top of it, you might go past the speed, like S speed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you're going back and forth between S and X, that also, you don't ever accidentally hit X too many times that way, because you're just going back and forth between two keys instead of like hitting one over and over.
Right.
It just makes it so you never full stop by accident.
This looks like it's gonna be
Pretty one-sided.
yeah. Does barrel roll give you extra distance instead of just boosting?
Absolutely. Barrel's much faster. That's why I use it. It lets you get to
Yes, a direct hit.
if you're running barrel
Satellite
roll, you
defended.
probably want to do it like as you spawn, because you'll almost never need it, especially because you're running distortion. You'll almost never need it before it comes back up, and it'll get you back to
Good.
what you want to do
Finish
faster.
them. Target destroyed. Good. Finish them.
So here, I think you're using shield a little bit too much. Even when you're on the node, you're at a third engine power. I don't think the extra shield arc is worth like you not regenerating engine power,
Right. Right.
even with booster recharge.
Yes, a direct hit. Evasive turn.
I switched my shield and weapons buttons.
Oh, if you just switch keybinds, then that's no big deal. That's just, you just need to figure out your muscle memory again. I just thought you were doing it on purpose.
No, I wasn't actually.
Yeah, that's fine then. That's just practice. I can only help you with stuff you're doing on purpose, you know? Like, the
Right.
rest is just practice.
Right. I'm somewhat debating just taking the shield off, but then again, for it does have uses, so
Yeah. I mean, you use it so... I don't know, like you don't use it that much, but you still want it on a key that's comfortable for you. Like, I still use default controls.
Sustaining damage.
It's just been too many games now, I don't think I can go back.
you use with F1 through 4, you mean?
Yeah.
I would think that would, well, for me, it would be painful reaching on the all the way up there all the time.
Well, my hand is just kind of there now.
Good. Finish them.
Do you have 1 through 4 as your
Yeah, it's completely default.
Got them. We're taking fire. Yes, a direct hit.
I think you could have just boosted past them instead of barrel rolling through that gunship. Because you were so close, you hadn't lost your shields, and then you leave yourself open with no missile break.
right, right.
It's not really a... I'm nitpicking, that's all. There's just nothing going on.
It's true.
Yes, a direct hit.
Do you use strafe at all?
Enemy
I
down.
don't. I really do. Unless, I'm in gunship and it's trying to get around a rock. I rarely.
Yeah.
That's something I haven't gotten used to using.
Good. Finish
That's
them.
what I use it for. Like, I don't know, 20 seconds ago you were approaching a gunship that was behind a rock and you could just like strafe around it instead of having to like move.
Sustaining
That way
damage.
you're like ready to shoot them as soon as you come over the cliff. It's really good at killing people on satellites, especially like tick bombers and stuff like that. It's really good when you're a gunship.
Yeah. I rarely use it in a scout, but then again, I probably could have there. You're right. To be honest, I really don't think about it unless there's a gunship and I'm just kind of sitting still. Okay, I think I'm just kind of spoiling their camp now, aren't I?
Good. Finish them. Good. Finish them.
So I don't think you've used wingman all game.
Enemy down.
Yeah.
Just because you haven't found a need for it, or
I forget about it.
okay.
I do forget about it.
Maybe try running interference then on scout. Because what I use running interference for, you know when you get shot by a gunship or like a railgun misses you and you notice, I just instantly pop running interference and distortion. Like, you just pop both at the same time.
But you do both.
And more often than not, it saves you from the next shot.
We can win this one. Just
It was me
maintain control.
hitting missile lock before I shot again.
And because of it, you only got one shot.
Yep.
Like, you almost get guaranteed 2 shots every time if you go in and you shoot once, then you start locking. You'll almost always get the second shot off. But if you start locking, most players you'll only get the one shot. There's always the bad gunships. Obviously, they just sit there and let you kill them, but
Right.
They're crippled. Strike again.
like if you open with a burst shot, even against the best
Network fully
gunships,
powered and under control.
it's very rare to not
Work,
get that
Squadron.
second shot.
Now watch those imps run.
Really good accuracy.
Is that good for burst lasers?
Yeah, that's what you're aiming for. I mean, clusters are counted as guaranteed hits, so the more clusters you shoot off, your accuracy just looks better. So burst cluster, you know, if you hit 50%, I think that's really good with burst, especially without targeting.
I was always thinking that was low because of I saw a forum post at some point and somebody said you're shooting for 60% as a minimum when you have burst lasers.
Well, 60% is good. I mean, that's what you're aiming for to be good.
Okay.
I think that's probably what he meant. Like, I can do 70, 75, but it has to be like bombers or like strike fighters that have no evasion. Because
That makes you feel better then, because I always get mad when I miss a shot. Like, shoot.
so when you're really up close, like sub 1,000, you don't aim at the center of the reticule. Actually, what's your ping on the server?
86?
Yeah, okay, so same ping as me. Alright, so yeah, when you're sub 1,000, you don't want to aim for the center. You want to aim for like the line of the circle of the reticule towards where they're going. Does that make sense? You know what I mean by that?
Towards their ship?
Okay, so let's say they're going left, right? You're following them and they're going left.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd want to aim at the reticule to the left, like the edge of the reticule on the left side. And like if they're going up, you aim up toward. So it's like you
slightly
kind
ahead
of
of
leave the reticule
Okay.
just slightly.
Lead the center of the reticle.
Exactly. Like you were shooting a sniper rifle and they were moving type idea. And that's really only sub 1,000. Everything else the reticule's fine, but and the closer you are, the worse it gets. So like at 200 meters, like you almost have to be outside the reticule. It's ridiculous.
When they're really big and you're screaming.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get those crazy shots where you shoot them and they're actually behind you when you shoot them.
Yeah, you can get that with a 90 ping.
That was the weirdest thing when it happened to me. I was actually behind the ship that killed me.
I mean, if someone has like a 300 ping, and you have a 300 ping, you know, weird shit can happen. That's just the nature of the game. Like, everyone's ships are not where they are on your screen. That's what's weird about GSF, just because of the way it works.
But the other thing that's weird I've found, or that freaks me out sometimes, is when you realize your ship, the actual physical ship that you're seeing, is not where you actually are.
Correct.
Because I'll hit something and like I wasn't even near it, because you're actually behind it. So you think you're clear of something, but you actually hit it anyway. I've done that many times. I think that's right? You're behind the ship.
For hitting structures?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, it's that your hitbox can be bigger, or like the size of the ship doesn't matter. The hitbox is the same for every ship. So like a bomber and a scout have the same hitbox. So the scouts is bigger than the ship looks, and the bombers is smaller than the ship looks.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all it is. So
Oh, maybe
especially in scouts, you can hit stuff that your ship wasn't actually right on top of, and it's annoying.
Okay, because for some reason I thought that where the game had your actual ship from your perspective was the camera, not the actual thing you see. But I could be wrong. It could just be that I was in the bomber and thought the ship was bigger, or I was in the scout and thought the ship was smaller.
Mm-hmm. There's also just talking about weird self-destruct stuff. So at the bottom of B in Lost Shipyard's Domination, there's actually a plate that sticks out of the satellite, but it doesn't show properly. It shows like it doesn't. Like it shows like it's closed, but it actually doesn't. So if you go straight down along the satellite on B at like the right angle, all of a sudden the plate pops out, like you see it popped out like it actually is, and you just slam right into what looks like open space.
Lost shipyards. That's not the one with the big, the big satellite, like the big disc underneath A. That's the other one, right? I get the
For
names.
what? I don't. You were kind of cutting out there.
Lost shipyards. That's the one where A is just clear with asteroids around it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Fleet Admiral Ago. We can deal a major blow to the enemy here if we just take out their squadron. We've identified key objectives that will be of some help, but your real targets are those fighters. Remember that. Stay strong
So
out
how,
there and watch each other's
How are you with
backs.
damage overcharges?
Show them what you're made of.
Knowing where they are.
Yeah. Like, could you get them all this game if you were really trying?
No.
Okay, let's work on that this game then.
Okay.
Okay, so right off the start, where is it right now?
I do not know.
All right, it's in C3, and it's on the globe in the center.
Center. The ones I know of are like right here. There's one there, and there's one here. I'm in a sledgehammer, so I forgot to change my ships.
Oh well.
Rolling now!
Why do you have my on mine?
Because I wanted to try it.
All right, all right.
Victory will be ours.
So that one we call Globe East, the one you got 20 seconds ago. Because there's two that spawn on the globes in the middle, and one's east and one's west.
Good. Finish them.
It's funny whenever I'm in a sledge, it takes me a little while to realize I have missiles.
Yes. A direct hit.
Is it light lasers or?
Quads, I think. It should be
okay.
quads.
It just looks so funny the way it shoots. I've never shot quads out of it.
Well, it's shooting one from the bottom too, but you just can't see it.
Pitch down. Thrusters up.
I think. No, it's not. There's
Oh.
only. No, it's not. Never mind. I lied to you.
Alright, so once your deal wears out, that's when you want to start glancing at the minimap looking for that next one.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean all the time, but just you keep checking, right? Because you don't want the enemies to get them. So there you go, popped up 20 seconds ago.
It pops 26 seconds ago.
No, I'm behind because I'm watching the stream.
Oh.
So it's down south. It's in C4.
That's where I'm going right now.
Perfect.
I thought. Oh, there it is. To the bottom.
Yeah. So that one we just called
Time to
like south or
end
down
this.
south. Let your engines recharge. He keeps spamming it. Just let it go back to full.
Yep.
No one was around you. No one else was gonna get it.
Pitch down! Thrusters up! The ship's falling apart.
Ouch. How about it not being a sledgehammer this time?
So when you're using directional, you need to be really careful having them full front like that. Because there was often you were turning your backs to your enemies and just leaving it full front. Like, that's really scary.
Yeah, I forgot I had directionals.
Yeah, that's a cool.
I usually try to have them back. Because then they... There it is. When they're back, it's just one hit to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Victory will be ours.
So that one, it's kind of hard to call.
Yes,
But it usually
a
be like
direct
cliff
hit.
west side or just cliff towards their spawn or something like that.
Got them.
So when you're about
Yes,
like
a direct hit.
let's say 18k away from a gunship, using barrel roll to close can be really good if it's not going to put you in a vulnerable spot, because they don't see you coming. Because you have better sensors than them, so they just, if you're not near it, other enemies, then they just won't even see you coming.
How far does barrel actually travel?
About 11k. It's like 10 or 11. Because you like glide after it. Some people boost like while they're in the glide.
Right.
But yeah, so if you're like 18 and you barrel, you're just suddenly
Yes,
at like
a direct
6-7k away from the gunship. And you can easily close, and you just kind of appear on their radar. See, there was a Dio like right on the globe next to you, and you were flying around it. Oh, and he got it. Wow.
I was listening to you.
Triple.
Yeah, I know.
Strike again.
No, I missed it.
I know, I'm asking a lot.
Yes, a direct hit.
If one of their team gets Dio though, like pressure that guy like crazy. Like you just kind of let him go there, and he's just gonna go kill 1 billion people. Even if you don't kill him, making a guy with Dio just run around for 45
They
seconds is
can't
worth
keep
your
up with
time.
us.
As long as he doesn't get to use it, you're doing good.
Yes, a direct hit.
Use that booster
Target
recharge, man.
destroyed.
Keep burning out and you're just doing nothing.
Target ship launching missiles. We're losing our ship.
Same with Wingman there. He had distortion and you didn't use Wingman until the end. They're just cooldowns. Just blow them. The worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna die. So.
Like I did.
Evasive turn!
Well, and that's exactly what I meant by if barrel rolling isn't going to leave you in a bad spot, because barrel roll is your escape mechanic. So when you barrel rolled in there, you were kind of in the middle of their entire team. So and at that point, it would have been better to fly in and then use barrel roll to get out as soon as you got shot. You just flew over Dio.
Yes! A direct hit.
It's on the East Globe.
Oh, for you're behind me.
Yeah.
Time to end this.
See, like, I'm saying this stuff, like, you know, use boost to recharge or wingman or what, and like the life right after you're doing it. So you're paying attention.
They're crippled. Strike again.
I just ate that missile
Enemy
rock.
down. They're crippled. Strike again. Enemy missile. Evasive action.
Get out of dodge. Not needed to do distortion.
That was really good though. You like went in there, got a bunch of shots on the bomber, and then used booster and barrel to like get out.
Good.
And then you waited for your
Finish them.
cooldowns. That's perfect. That's exactly how I play Scout.
Victory's almost yours. Keep fighting.
Probably a damage overcharge out there somewhere.
Yep, it's down south.
Oh yeah, it's the
They're crippled. Strike again.
As I keep saying them like this though, you'll look at the minimap and be like, oh, there it is. Have you looked at the map I made?
yes, that's how I knew where some of them were. I just haven't memorized all of them.
Fortune smiles on us.
I figured I got a couple of them and then and then I forgot about it.
We did it. We really took it to them. Way to go.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you had that guy's number. That guy was using like weapon recharge thing.
Like for shield?
Yeah, like weapon power converter is what that gunship was using. I think
Never seen somebody use
a slug. I call it the turret build. You just kind of sit in the middle of nowhere.
And I tell everybody in chat that nobody expects a second torpedo.
No. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Fleet Admiral Ago to Attack Squadron. You're approaching a critical repair outpost for enemy forces in this region. Your objective is to capture and hold. Secure each of the outpost's defensive satellites and stay in range until our technicians have captured their systems. Imperial reinforcements are already inbound. They're gonna try and activate the satellites for themselves, but they aren't counting on pilots like you.
They can't keep up with us. Yes, a direct hit.
Satellite secured. Defense satellite active. Satellite lost.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey,
That hurt us. Evasive turn!
You gave that scout so many chances to put on you.
well, it's another slaughterfest here.
They're crippled. Strike again. Enemy down.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to talk about in like dominations where you're just dominating and playing scout.
Well, I guess I could
Kill people.
I could kill myself and go on a bomber and try to place bombs.
Nah, it's okay.
Good. Finish them.
He's just gonna sit there, isn't he?
Killed another. Impressive. They're crippled.
Should
Strike
keep
again.
practicing shooting before locking though.
Yeah.
Target ship launching
Because
missiles.
the more you do it, you'll just start doing it no matter what. I know you're trying to give the new guys a chance.
Well, that wasn't what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
It was actually
Well then.
yeah, my normal
Start
reaction.
shooting before you lock on.
But it turns red first.
Yes, a direct hit. That hurt us.
Ah.
Sustaining damage.
Oh, don't let yourself get planked in the back. Like, See, so that last step, a lot of players would be like, "Oh man, the gunship got me. Like, there's nothing I could do."
Right.
But honestly, it is the scout that like you let do the damage to you at the starting that we can do that let the gunship one-shot you.
Right. I ignored the first scout, or the second scout, I should say.
And so you took a bunch of damage, and then the gunship shot you. So, like, yes, the scout would never have killed you, and taking that damage was fine. But the problem is that then you're weak to the gunship, so that's why you have to be careful with that. If you're going to let yourself take damage, you need to make sure there's no gunships around. And you can do that while chasing someone, because like when they're running around or whatever, you just hit tab 3 times and then press E to retarget the guy. Your targeting stuff is all the same keybinds? I'm not making shit up.
Yes, a direct hit.
Targeting players like R, E, and tab, it's all still stock for you? You haven't changed that?
No, I haven't seen
it. You use all 3?
I do. Well,
okay.
I use R. I don't use C as often as I probably should.
Yes, a direct hit.
You say C? Like to look at people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's really just for gunships that you really need to use. And when you're on a node as a bomber, you use it quite a bit. It's very different, though. On a scout, you don't use it that much.
Because you have a good chance of running into asteroids.
Yes.
Good. Finish them.
Did it again.
Got them.
Still locking on, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, there are times when it's fine. For example, a guy approaching a node. It doesn't really matter that you get the jump on him. He's got something he wants to do. Like, he wants to go kill turrets, right? When they're flying straight and whatnot. So it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But like a gunship lining up, you don't want to give them that early warning.
No, I know. I was trying to practice not doing that.
Yep.
Oop, I'm getting a little too close. Yep.
Yes, a direct hit. Good. Finish them.
The other time locking the missile early is fine is if you see someone else shooting at them, because then it doesn't matter.
Right. This is just a chicken shoot.
Yep, but I mean, just use it to practice.
We can win this one. Just maintain control.
The Chicky-Poo gunship you just killed, you had a dead center shot that missed there, and that's because you didn't move the reticule up because you were so close. That's exactly what I was talking about. Good strafe.
They're crippled. Strike again.
Do you do power to shields for feedback shield?
Defense network fully powered and under control.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No, I don't.
Now watch.
Okay, so when a gunship puts a feedback shield, a scout's shields actually aren't strong enough to handle it if you're not in power to shields. But if you are in power to shields, you can wait till you have blue shields, and that's enough shields to take the whole feedback, so you don't take any hull damage at all.
Okay.
So like when they put the buff up, you go to power to shields, and you wait the like 2 seconds for it to regenerate to like the blue shields. Then you hit them, and then when the feedback hits you, you just instantly switch back into weapon because your shields aren't recharging anyway, so you don't need it power to shields anymore.
Okay. That's something else. Like, I mean, something else I have to practice. It's not something you can help with. Is in terms of knowing what buffs are up on the enemy when I'm shooting at them.
Okay. Yeah.
Where do you have your target?
Top right.
So it's
Kinda like
stock.
yours. So what I do is my buffs and my enemies' buffs are maxed for size. They're really, really big, so that I can see them really easy. So maybe for that, especially for the enemies, I think it's really important because you really want to see those icons.
And mine were
If you want to try that.
mine were not maxed, but the enemies were. I think partly it's just could be the screen size. Oh, I don't know.
And the reason I like mine max is for damage overcharge because I really want to see how long I have left on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean your UI looks fine. The vertical ability bar is messing with my brain because I'm so used to the other way.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, it looks good. Your mini map is bigger, right?
Yes.
You made your mini map bigger? Yeah. Oh, your missile lock indicator is in the middle of your screen. That's interesting. I didn't even notice that. I guess because the sound's not on. That doesn't bug you? Like you can see it down there? I guess you just use sound?
I just use sound.
Okay.
I guess it would make sense to have it if I wasn't allowed. If it was Which
If you're allowed sound?
Yeah, I don't even know if I would have ever. I guess does sound ever bug out?
No.
Yeah, I'd never looked at it, so it just annoyed me being in the middle of my screen, so I moved it.
It might be because I play with so many people on Mumble. Sometimes I hear other people's lock-ons, so I check that indicator.
Ah. Here's my clown ship. It's the Nova Dive. Purple blasters, green engines.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Rapid fire lasers with frequency capacitor.
You love that build. I do it with blaster overcharge and Sabo probe on my Sting.
Yeah, I've done it there, and it's just funny.
Oh yeah, they have to sit there and listen to the minigun shooting them.
I can't play that build without just giggling when I'm playing. Especially if I hit like a ship with a sabotage probe. Actually, managed to get it on them, and I still can't kill them with my fire lasers while they're just dead in space.
Yeah. So much fun though.
Fleet Admiral Ago to attack squadron. You're approaching a critical repair outpost for enemy forces in this region. Your objective is to capture and hold. Secure each of the outpost's defensive satellites. And stay in range until our technicians have captured their systems. Imperial reinforcements are already inbound. They're gonna try and activate the satellites for themselves.
I still have
but they aren't counting on pilots like you.
So what do you play on Denon? You still play Flashfire mostly, or?
Well, when I'm playing with these people, usually I end up playing scouts because Bubba always plays a bomber.
Okay.
Mallcat almost always plays a gunship. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, we could go all bombers and gunships, but that's just kind of boring.
Nah, no, it's fine.
Sometimes I'll play Sledge or my Clarion if you know, just kind of mix it up.
We'll cover all the ships eventually. I was just wondering.
They can't keep up with us.
Probably like maybe over the weekend or something we can go over team strategies that my team and I use.
Yep.
Like on specific maps and whatnot. Because we use different combinations of ships on all the different maps, like not just like domination deathmatch, but like every single map we have like a specific strategy.
Okay.
Satellite secured. Defense satellite active.
And what I'll do is I'll try to get a couple members of my team on so we can practice just team strats and support builds and stuff like that.
Tracking an enemy missile. Enemy down.
I'm just thinking later on, whatever.
Right. Well, I'm curious how it work when you're also flying. Or was that? Were you not gonna plan on flying at all?
Yes. A direct
No, I'm
hit.
gonna fly for the team stuff. I'm gonna fly for sure. Tonight, just you were playing with your
Enemy
guild,
down.
and this is easy to
Assess.
call out all the little things, like all the nitpicky things. Like that's the stuff I'm not gonna be able to do when I'm flying with you. But like when I'm flying with you, I'll be able to call stuff out, and you'll see how I call stuff out and whatnot. Like I don't know if you watched my stream or whatever.
Occasionally.
But yeah, like when I'll call stuff out, and then
They're crippled.
we'll
Strike
see how
again.
you react to all the calls, and you can let me know stuff,
That
and
hurt us.
yeah, so we'll figure it out. This is my first time doing this, so it's all new to me too.
Yes. A direct hit.
I mean, I've done teaching before, just not on the scale that I wanted to do with this.
I keep doing it.
If you find yourself catching up to a bomber a little bit too much, you can strafe left and right. And I find it slows you down enough that you don't catch up to them.
Really? Strafing slows you down?
It's not that it slows you down, it's that you're kind of creating more distance from you to the
Good.
bomber for your
Finish
ship
them.
to get there. So you're not actually slowing yourself down, you're just creating more space. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Finish them.
It's like you can't tell when you're boosting, like strafing doesn't help you get from like a node to another faster
Right.
as much as we can tell. I mean, we've never really tested it, but it just doesn't feel like it would matter. But like under a node, strafing, you move pretty quick. So, I mean, especially if you're already holding S to go as slow as possible, and then you start strafing, you're definitely going to see that you're not getting where you're going as fast.
Enemy missile. Evasive action. Yes. A direct hit. Target destroyed.
Strafing is relatively new to me too. Mikabashi is actually the one who has been teaching me strafing stuff. But I once watched a player who always strafed to the left, like always,
Strafe, like.
all the time.
Like
That's how he flew. His ship always strafed to the left. and he was so used to it
Target ship
that like he
launching
would
missiles.
fly around nodes like in a really weird manner and whatnot, like because he was
Finish
so
them.
used to it. And I was just like, man, that's pretty cool because that's really weird when you're playing against that.
Was he thinking about it in terms of making it harder for it to be a hit, or just happened to be what he was doing?
I don't know.
Finish them.
I don't know. Like he wasn't responding to me. It was just a random streamer on Twitch. He was pretty good. He knew how to hit stuff and whatnot, but yeah, he always was strafing to the left. I was really weirded out.
You can let me know if I logged before I shot there. I didn't. I forgot if I did or not.
I actually wasn't paying attention.
You weren't either. Okay, good.
Good. Finish them.
Yeah, you really have to use your aggressive cooldowns more if you're gonna have aggressive cooldowns. Like your booster recharge and your wingman and whatnot, I would use it a lot more.
Good.
Oops.
Finish them.
You said it and I hit it. I didn't mean to.
Yeah. You've just been flying at like no engine power for a really long time.
Probably should make that engine side over a little bigger if I can. Or put it right in the middle of the screen.
I don't know if you can affect the HUD. I don't think you can.
I think you're right. I think it just
I think
is.
the stupid fucking red arrow's bigger. Like the show.
Oh
where the ships
yeah,
are.
yeah. Especially when you're like going across that little explosion, and you lose track of the red because it's all against the explosion.
So when a node has 3 turrets and you're on a scout, you really don't want to be on the node. Like, it's time to just go kill people out in the open. And then just pay attention to turrets. Like, when it says someone has destroyed a
Finish
turret
them.
by a red, like in red, you really need to check where that turret died, because it's like, you're playing scout, so it's your job to respond to that first. But yeah, if you can catch like a bomber or a gunship in transit, that's so big for your team. There's often games where I'm playing scout and all I do is spawn camp bombers. And like, there's nothing they can do. You cannot get away from a scout as a bomber on Den, especially on Denon.
At the very least, you drop all your bombs way far
Strike
away.
again.
But you're still like, you still can't go anywhere, you know?
Right.
Target destroyed.
We can win this one. Just maintain control.
And when you're chasing a bomb, it's very important to be watching their buffs at the same time.
Okay.
Especially a mine bomber, because that's how you know when to avoid them. So see, they just started killing turrets on B. Because if you're chasing a mine bomber and all of a sudden you see the seismic and interdiction icon appear, you just barrel past them. Or, you know, dive or something. Just get out of the damn way.
Right. Because it takes a while for them to arm.
Yeah, it's 3 seconds. So from when you see the icons appear, you have 3 seconds to get out of range of where that mine's going to be.
You can also kill it, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Defense network fully powered and under
But I
control.
mean, with burst lasers,
Good work, Squadron. Now
it's
watch
usually
those
better to
things
just
run.
get out of the damn way.
From a energy standpoint?
Just a living standpoint. Like, you're gonna get one shot, I think.
Right.
So if they drop 2 mines, you're gonna get hit by 1. And if they do only drop 1, I mean, mines aren't that easy to hit. Like, especially while they're arming, they're moving, right?
Right.
Because once they stop moving, it's like half a second between when they stop moving and when they're armed. So if a mine isn't moving, usually it's going to detonate when you shoot it.
Right. And then at least after it's armed, you can see where it is.
Yeah. Because with range capacitor, you have a little bit of wiggle room. I mean, seismic is 3,500, so you don't have too much room there. If I really need to clear the mine, I often just cluster it.
Right. I've done that. I feel silly when I do it, but I do it anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, you have more range, right? So.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you're coming up to a seismic and you miss a first shot at like 4,200 or whatever, you're probably eating the damage by the time you float in. Like, you almost have to stop to get a second shot.
Right. Now, if you're in a burst laser scout and you have a bomber that's just, I don't know if they call it the same thing on your servers, but they call it ticking, where he just kind of sticks to the bottom.
Squadron. You're approaching your
doesn't
center core
move at
repair
all.
outpost for enemy
Kind of
forces in
strafes
this
into a little
region.
canyon.
Your objective is to capture and hold. Secure each of the
So,
outpost's defensive
obviously, if you're trying
satellites.
to defend the
Stay in
node,
range
just
until
fucking
our
leave them
technicians
there
have
and
captured
just
their
stay on
systems.
top.
Imperial reinforcements are
If you're
already
trying to
inbound.
take the
We're
node,
gonna try and
you
activate
usually
the
just
satellites
can
for
as a scout.
themselves, but they
That
aren't counting
strat
on
just
pilots like
basically
you.
stops the scout from killing you. And that's all it really does. Because it loses to other bombers and it loses to gunships because you're not moving.
Right. I guess it would a Quasin Pod Scout be able to do that?
Yeah. I mean, you could do it as burst. You just, it's really annoying to line it up because of that seismic mine, right? Just like exactly what I was saying. So
You have to
target
stop
stuff.
right outside of range.
Exactly, and then you have to target it and whatever. And the problem is that the bomber is looking at you and shooting heavies at you while you're doing this.
Right.
So you're gonna lose that fight, which is weird, but that's what's gonna happen. Because by the time you kill the mine, your distortion's gonna be up, and now they're hitting you, and you're just gonna lose that laser fight. If you're really determined, you have to do like strafing run. So what you do is you boost in, and then you look where he's going to be, and you press X, and you kind of strafe and use the momentum to slide like right through the area. I've done it a couple of times, and it's really fancy, but it gets you killed.
Because you're still going through the mines.
Yeah.
Satellite
Well,
defended.
Ideally, you're strafing at like 3,900.
Oh.
You know, but it's really hard to do. Always have something targeted. There's no reason not to.
Just lost a satellite.
Was it?
Like, if you're on a node and you're just circling it or whatever, just hit tab and target the nearest thing. Because you need to know like if a gunship is even looking at you, and there's no reason not to be targeting something. So if you're just circling a node to cap it, just start tabbing through targets. Maybe you'll see a gunship targeting your ally, and you can just take off and go kill it. Or like when you're circling a node and you don't know what to do, you just start tabbing and looking to see what your next mission is. Or watch the mini map and figure out where people are going and call that out for your team. Or
That hurt us.
it's just like circling the satellite is it's kind of your strategy time.
Target destroyed. Good. Finish them.
We can practice going through the veins.
The problem is it's not that useful. It's cool. It's great for viewers. The other day I was fighting Angelo, something like that.
Okay,
He was an
okay.
Imp side scout. wouldn't leave me alone after I killed him. So I started flying through the like half Star Destroyers,
Yes.
and he's following me.
Direct hit.
I was flying recently, and I think it was a gunship, and I got into half of that and it happened to barrel roll and managed to barrel roll through the ship.
Direct hit.
I couldn't even see where I was going. It was all luck. I mean, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I accidentally hit the button.
It was cool.
It was cool. It's like I lived.
If you want to freak your teammates out, you could put a hyperspace beacon in there, and they'll like come through it and end up perfectly on the other side.
That is something I need to learn also.
Beacon placements?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that one night when you want to play bomber. Work on bomb placements, beacon placements, cooldown management, all that stuff. I noticed you use running interference on your bomber. I would probably switch that to Hydro Spanner. And that's the only time you'll ever hear me say those words.
Yes. A direct hit.
But Hydro
Sustaining
Spanner with
damage.
charge plating just go so well together.
Does that bomber have charge plating? I think it does.
I hope yours does. If not, then I will teach you how to play both. Doesn't matter.
That hurt us.
No, one of them does and one of them doesn't. I think the mine layer, this one here, does have charge plating. Yeah. The one I have on Inside, I think I may have overcharged. Although I don't know.
They can't keep up with us.
Especially on Harbinger, I would run plating. Because there's so many bombers.
There are more bombers than... Yeah.
It's really bomber heavy compared to other servers. I mean, I don't think it's to the point where there's too many. I think it's still fine. Like, you're not seeing like 8 bomber games or anything like that. It just feels like there's more people willing to play bomber. Because there's a lot of servers where it's like, there's like 3 people to play bomber on the entire server.
Crippled. Strike again. We're taking fire.
Like, Shadowlands is like that. Well, at least when I was playing there. It's really bomber light. It was like one pre-made that ran bombers, and other than that, you never see a bomber in like a PUG game.
Good. Finish them.
That was a waste, almost.
Your rolling is really good, so we don't have to talk about that, which is nice.
Yes. A direct hit.
Watch those icons.
Haha!
Oh, you're getting really close to mines.
I died. Spoiler alert.
Oh no. Oh, he just dropped the mines barrel roll. No!
Spoiler alert, I died.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm talking about by watching the icons, like especially that last mine. He like dropped the seismic and you had barrel roll available and you could have just barreled past them and came back and killed them.
I thought about it a split second too late.
You were leading the reticule really good on him though. And
That's
you
what I
were
was
getting lots of
actually-
good shots. That's what you were concentrating on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's kind of why I don't want the, like when we do this, I don't want it to be too long, because then it's too much information. Like, when we're done tonight, you're just going to be like thinking about everything that we worked on, you know what I mean?
Right.
Good. Finish them.
So, like maybe tomorrow you could like play gunship in deathmatch or something like that, and then we'll work on that.
Evasive turn.
You overtake a lot.
Yeah.
Really good barrel away from the
Sustaining
gunship.
damage.
We can win
Target
this
ship
one.
launching
Just
missiles.
maintain control.
this bomber, I probably should have. I don't know. You
Should've
can
went-
tell.
You should go after the gunship before the bomber.
Well, that, but also the. Should I go after the drone before the bomber too? Like if it was just the bomber there by himself.
It was a missile drone, so probably not. Like, you probably just kill the bomber if it's a missile drone, but like railgun drone, you have to kill the railgun drone. Too many bad things happen if you don't kill the railgun drone.
The fact that they don't miss.
Yeah, and they don't miss, and you know, it's not like you can distortion break their missile or anything like that. Like a missile drone, you're fine. Interdiction can be annoying, but you're usually still okay.
Defense network fully
Strike
powered
again.
and under control.
It's
Good work, squadron.
it's a split.
Now watch those imps
You just have
run.
to decide in the moment. Like, I think it could go either way. You know what I mean?
Right.
But railgun drone is kill the drone. Just don't even think about it. Just kill the damn drone. But yes, so you were fighting a bomber, a gunship shot you, you got away, and then you went back to the bomber. Go to the gunship. Kill the gunship, and then kill the bomber. Because it's not like the bomber is going to chase you down, but the gunship could. So you eliminate what threatens you the most.
Right.
Unless you're trying to help a teammate. But even then, the bomber is usually not the one that's going to be threatening him.
It's growing.
What's that?
The group is growing.
Oh, Ormoth.
You know him?
I do know him. He used to stream a lot. I helped him with he made a bunch of YouTube videos and kind of did this with his videos with him.
There's only 3 of them. I'm over now.
Also, do you want me to call you Ash or Sif or
Ash is fine.
Ash is fine? Okay.
Just because then it doesn't get confusing.
Yeah. But yeah, like if you think of any questions or anything even when I'm not here, like try to remember to write them down, and then you can ask me when we're doing stuff, and we'll just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff I know that I'm not even gonna remember to tell you. You know, like I've played too many games. I think we really need to work on damage overcharges, because that seemed to be something you were kind of struggling with. So we'll work on that a lot. Because once you can get 90% of the DOs every game, it gets pretty ridiculous what you can do.
Yeah. Because some of the problems, even when I do get them, is I get a little too aggressive, and then I get swarmed and die.
Yeah. When you get DO, just play normally. Like honestly, play almost conservative. Like they're going to focus you, so you have to be careful.
Well, I guess if once I know where they are and I can get them rather consistently.
It's not a rare thing anymore.
Right. It's like right now, I get maybe 1 or 2 a game, and I'm like, okay, I got to use this right now. I only got 30 seconds or however long it lasts. 20 seconds, I think, right?
45.
45. Oh,
Yep. And as far as I can tell, it spawns. So you get Dio,
Admiral
and it
Ago
lasts
to
45
wargame
seconds.
participants.
And then
This
it either
exercise
spawns
simulates
30
an assault
seconds
on an
later,
enemy repair
45
outpost.
seconds later, or a minute.
Objective is to capture the
And
outpost's
whichever one of those
defensive
it is,
satellites. Each squadron will send
it's
fighters
consistent
toward
for the rest of the
satellites.
match, as far as I
Stay
can
in
tell.
range and intercept
Okay.
all foes while
But
the
it is
satellite powers up.
it is
The
definitely
performance
different from
today
match
will
to
mean
match
lives
what
saved
the
tomorrow.
spawn rate, like
Fly
timer
your
is.
best.
there's
May the
only
force
one of
be
those
with
at
us.
once on the consistent ones.
Yes, there's only one of those that spawn in the super cluster. There's 10 spawn points on both maps.
Babalooey.
There's Keen's.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Can have some good fights here.
We'll see me die a couple times. There's no upgrades in this tune.
Oh, Keen's does it.
That's what you said, at least.
Rolling now!
Satellite defended.
So when you spawn as a scout, unless you like are playing with a team and you have a specific spot you're going to,
Defense
just
satellite
check like
active.
where everyone's going and go to a
We're
node
taking
that
fire.
no one is going to. Like it's starting there, no one was going to see, so it would have been really good if you had went there. Because like contesting every node off the start is really important.
Okay.
Oh, the feedback kill.
Is that what that was? I didn't even
Rolling
notice. It's like
Yeah.
how he killed me.
Hit you with a burst laser shot and feedback at the same time.
That hurt us.
Just lost a satellite.
Wow.
So now that means he has feedback. Just keep that in the back of your mind, right? So if you open on him, you probably want to be in powered shields.
Pitch down, thrusters up.
This is kind of gunship heavy, isn't it?
4 of them, yeah. So just go take C. Because you can see they have 6 on B, so just go to C.
Oh, I probably should have done that before. Yeah. I already got
Pitch
the
down,
B.
thrusters up.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
I know, I'm
Yes.
just...
A direct
No,
hit.
no.
I'm just trying to say for future reference, like, you can see that many.
That hurt us.
But especially because you have booster recharge, like you can switch from node to node really fast.
Target ship launching missiles. They're crippled. Strike again. That hurt us. Hull damage critical.
Salvatore at the last second.
keep them moving though. Like you're faster than them, so. Looks like you made like 4 go to C there.
I don't see anybody at B here now.
So attack B.
I am
Yes, a direct hit.
already there. Oh, good.
When you're going around the node there, that was the perfect power to shields spot.
The ship's falling apart.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I guess because.
You
Evasive
hit the
turn.
panel
Yeah.
I'm telling you about.
Oh, was that was?
Yeah, you hit the invisible panel.
Satellite secured.
That hurt us.
That was really good though. You like went to B, their whole team moved, then Michigan got C for it.
Oh
The
yeah.
ship's falling apart.
You're moving a little too much. Like it's okay to stop on the other side of the satellite and then just wait, because the gunship repositioning will take way longer than for you to reposition. And it's really hard to
They
keep
can't
track of
keep
where they
up
all
with
are
us.
when you're constantly moving. So like you get shot by a gunship, LOS him, and then figure out where everybody is.
Sustaining damage. Hull damage critical.
I feel like I should go gunship. Ah! Guess you can see how
That's the stuff.
poor I am at gunship now.
I stayed a thief. Yes, barrel roll.
Get ready to meet the cold vacuum of space.
Of course it's... I don't know.
You're also fighting 4 gunships.
Yeah.
So when you're in a gunship fight versus multiple gunships, what you want to do is just keep one of them in range. So just back up and like keep one at like 14.5. So when you're approaching them, just tab to get the closest target and then put him at 14.5.
That hurt us.
That way your target is the only one that can ever really shoot you until other people move.
The ship's falling apart.
Usually at 2 shots you want to tab to recheck.
Sorry, say that again?
So you'll take 2 shots, and then you'll want to get out of zoom and then use tab to check if anyone else is within range.
Okay.
Now they're really spread out, it's really hard to get in your room.
Strike again. Finish them.
Do you have hyperspader on?
Target destroyed.
Yes. Because of the score, you guys are going to need 2.5 to win.
Yeah.
That hurt us.
Remember, Keen's running feedback, so power to shields when you're engaging him.
Don't quit
Of course, it
fighting.
doesn't help that
We
I
can
have those
still
shields
win
from
this.
the ion rail.
Yeah, so there's no point in being the power shields after you get shot. Just
Full damage critical.
Where'd my... I guess only part of my group came. Must be.
I see.
Not that was the deciding factor here. I just realized that
Yeah, it's just
Molka
you
wasn't here.
Mexican.
Sustaining
Defense
damage.
network has fallen to the enemy. Good fight.
I mean, you were
But it
playing
wasn't
pretty
your
good.
day.
You just when you're on the node and you're trying to line of sight gunships, I would just like calm down a little bit and just take like LOS them, you know?
Right.
Because if you're doing circles around the node, that actually like moving fast doesn't help you against the gunship unless you're out in the open. Because they're just waiting for you to pop out. That's all they're waiting for. So you just have to make sure you're behind something.
$16K. That's great.
Rough game. But you were playing more objectives than trying to kill people.
It's true.
But anyways, I think that was pretty good for our first night.
Yeah.
Are you going to be on again tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you around 9 tomorrow then.
Yeah. There's no like Wednesday night. At least typically, this doesn't have to be always the case, but Wednesday night is when they fly inside the Gauntlet people.
I missed half of that. You said Wednesday night.
Oh,
this isn't always the case.
Yeah, it's not always the case, but on Wednesday night, Gone Sithing often will play on imp side.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
we
you
can
knew that
just-
because you
Yeah,
used to
we'll
play
just
against
skip
us.
Wednesday night then. I'm not planning to do this every night. I just, you know, I was looking for someone that could play at least an hour a day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I mean, if you can play like more than that, almost every day, then that'll be fine.
Okay.
I was basically just looking for someone that was dedicated.
Right. Well, this is basically since I transferred Babylonia to this server from Prophecy of the Five, which was about, I don't know, December or November, I haven't done anything other than GSF.
Gotcha.
Like, I haven't even done the stories. I had the expansion, but I just haven't done any of this stuff.
Cool. All right, I'll see you tomorrow or whenever. And I'll catch you later.
Okay, have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.